Hello, wow, frog in the throat. Hello, creatives, community, and kind folks. Welcome to RPG with DBJ. I'm so sorry to the community. There's a game that I thought we should have checked out when we were doing our not D&D series. And then I said, well, why bother going to the game? Why don't we just go straight to the website? A free tabletop post-apocalyptic game that kicks ass and I think deserves a well-deserved review and another look at this game. Hell yeah. And it's free with the little asterisk mark, DEGENESIS. If you know, you know. Let's get into it. I think you guys will be very impressed if you've never seen this game before. Hello again. Over here in this corner of the interwebs, we talk about tabletop role-playing games, and those of us in the community, we love ourselves some post-apocalypse. And for a free game, it's strange that we don't really talk about this. Let me get my face out the way, and let's take a look at this, shall we? So this is a tabletop role-playing game, DEGENESIS. In general, it is a dice pool system, D6, but that's not the important thing. To get you caught up with the imagery here, this game is designed by a group that is a design house, and they also love tabletop role-playing games. So the website, the layout, the fonts, the art, the writing, all of it is done in-house by individuals, and this role-playing game is a labor of love that describes all of the things that they can do for their clients. So in a weird way, this was a sales pitch for other work that they do, and this is awesome. So I'm going to explore this website and then go places. If any of you guys say, hey, why don't you click this, or why don't you go there, or whatever, I have no problem. Let's go there and do it, because it's a bit of a rabbit hole. So I'm here just paging down through here. But the one incredible thing that I'm surprised the community hasn't latched onto is this part: download for free. So the two main books, and I have the two physical books, mind you, the quality's high. They're like Ferraris. The quality is extremely high, but so's the price. And but the PDF is free. There are two books. I believe each is about 350 pages ish. So there's about 700 pages of free content, and the content is just as descriptive as everything here. So again, this is a post-apocalypse. It takes place primarily in and around the Mediterranean, and it's just crazy. I'm using the down arrow because if you go to the website, you may be like, why can't I move down? The arrow won't let me page or something. And talks about they reveal everything. Now, mind you, they've stopped, I don't want to say they stopped supporting the game. They've stopped creating new material for the game. Financially, they just couldn't do it any longer. And it's kind of amazing that they did what they did in the first place to give this game away for free. There is a trailer for this game. I remember seeing it. It wasn't a Kickstarter, but a version of it, and it's excellent as well. Everything in the trailer is in the tabletop role-playing game. Don't know how they were able to do that. They had their hand in everything. So this is just the front page, but we're going to get to. I want to show you the title of the group that makes this. They are known as Six More Vodka, and I believe they have another creation. I was going to call it a game, a creation called Orkin, about the war between the orcs and humanity, and the orcs are kind of the good guys in it. But anyway, we are going to go anywhere you like. Although I really want to show you the world map, that the interactive world map, which is really good. In short, the Earth was hit with spore-covered meteorites that threw the Earth into an ice age, and then out of that ice age came the people who have, well, from the title of the game, DEGENESIS, have kind of regressed backwards due to, humanity's own willingness to eat itself, as well as the spores having an effect on and transforming the society. So let's see what you guys have to say, and then we'll go where it went. Yeah, I believe it's called Orkin, and yes, some people have tried to find out, like, wait, what? You know what? You're right. Because maybe tomorrow. You know what? Tomorrow we'll do Thirsty Sword Lesbians. That's another game that people were just like have shit on without knowing what it's about. Oh yeah, the T-shirt. Let's see if I can. Yeah, yeah. It's Tom Holland, and then the first Spider-Man, and then Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Spook. Yeah, it's unfortunate that some people just would like cast aside a game, like an indie game or creation, just because it doesn't have a D20 in it or something like that. Drew. Yep. Oh, cool. Okay, well, let's visit such places as DEGENESIS will take us. Going to Greece. Okay, so let's see what happened to Greece over here. Lindsay, come on. Let's see. So, by the way, this website is excellent. The way it's designed, you can absolutely positively use this for running the game, and they even have downloadable materials here, including like the do-it-yourself. So even in the do-it-yourself section, they give you the fonts that they use for the game. So they even give you the layout materials so that your material yourself that you produce on your own coincides with what they have. And mind you, I'm not saying this game has been forgotten. There are people who are dedicated to this game, but I'm just surprised it has a quote on over here in the States. And let's start exploring, shall we? And it will take you down a rabbit hole. So this here is what is left of the Mediterranean. To the very left, you'll see that the Gibraltar, where this normally would be open, is now closed off. You can see after it's called the Eschaton, the impact of the meteorites has really affected northern Africa. Northern Africa now is a massive jungle. You can see where the red itself looks like blood, but really it's the waters, although it's very immersive, right? And so the deserts are gone. Let's go down here. And these are all the names of the names of the new countries, I guess, protectorates, places like that. Pollen, Borca, Franca, and let's go sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Map filters. These are all the map filters. You can click which cultures are there, regions, territories, uncharted places, metropolises, towns, outposts. If I click outposts, you can see that very small lettering will come up. Let's choose map filters here. We can explore pollen and its locations. Each of the cults like other role-playing games, your cult dictates kind of like your skills and abilities and whatnot, and each of them has an icon associated with them. We can go back and take a look at the cults, and you can click each one. You can click different cults, and it'll take you there. Battalions. This cult is actually in that trailer, the live action trailer, but yeah. Here we go. That's what they look like. The last battalion, last bastion. Let's go back to the map. This is far up to the north. There's so many of these different locations. It's crazy. Southern Costa Franca. It's so interactive. So let's pick a spot. Here we go. And as you can see, it literally dropped in all of the names, the locations. Come on, let's pick you randomly. Mall House tells you a little bit about it. Alpine Fortress. Icons. Now, sometimes in here in the map, it will give you links to people, places, and or things that are crucial for the different regions. And as you can see here, as I'm moving around, it's highlighting particular areas. Corpse of Pirate Island, and these are the icons. Icons are individuals, NPCs. There is a meta storyline in the background of the different cults and factions trying to take over this post-apocalyptic world that's being overrun by spores and essentially plant-like undead. Similar to The Last of Us, not exactly, but similar to that. Major cities. And you could click them and it'll take you to some of the major cities. Whatnot. Anyway, a very cool interactive map. But let's go to the universe, and then I'm going to go to your questions. I wish I could pop this out. Has it disappeared on me? Oh, there it goes. Oh, probably won't be about. Oh, no. I gotta have you here. No, Drew. All right, I'll hold off. I gotta hold off on that. I think you need to be here. First of all, to correct me for all my mistakes as we go through the book, but also to lend a fan's hand, I guess would be pretty cool. Oh, hey, thank you very much. Coast is sure to be underwater. Never mind. Okay, let's go. Oh, because yeah, let's go back to the world map just a moment here. I'll see if it'll load up real quick. It's probably it takes a little while. This is the kind of world map you really can't get printed out. I mean, I'm sure there's a printed version of it, but where is it? It's hard to say. Is it this far? Would it be in this region? Would Greece be out here? My brain is just because it's a fictional place and it's been transformed. It's possible it might be underwater at this moment. Of course, this looks like the Italian boot, but it's not quite the same shape. So it is a little bit difficult to guess where everything is at in the present day versus present day according to 2590 something, so a little bit different. The world's been transformed, and broken, shattered, that kind of stuff. Oh, let's get rid of this. So let's go to the universe, and then we'll go to a character sheet. Well, after this, so we'll go out of order here. This just gives you an overview of what happened when the Eschaton fell and the bygone people perished, and this gives you a timeline of the people surviving and what did they do and where did they go and how did they survive. And these are, again, all of this is available online for free for background, and also they hyperlink everything. So this isn't necessarily a linear storyline in many ways, discovering the places. There's artwork everywhere, icons. There are plenty of important NPCs. There are locations that are fully developed, and if you'll see here, let's see if we can get this centered a little bit. You'll see here some links, like for example, you'll see the number 1, and then there's 7 here because it will take you to various NPCs and icons. Bastille, the Sentinel Bastille. Morvant Control Terminal at the foot of the Franken Alps was Bastille's life. Ducal was just a stone's throw away, and so he spent much of his off-duty time right there, right in that cozy place between Pergin, wine, and polygyny. The Redeemer. The Sleeper. Hey, kitties. Now, if we go to cultures, cults are a gameable thing in this game. For example, let's see if we can go. Let's see if we can find a character sheet. Downloads. It might be listed under books. No, because here, these are all of the books, the covers of the books that have been released. Rebirth Edition are the core books to the very left, and then all of these books are like setting books. Like right here, I'm floating over artifacts. This is rule expansion, and for devices, Justitian or Justitian is a source book for a location. The Black Atlantic is a campaign book. Definitely, this looks like a symbol floating in black oil off the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, and it's a killing game. And In Thy Blood is another book here. And then plenty of supplements. Exalters, Lex Tallianus, Newmancers, etc., etc. Character supplements. And then they have like art books, storylines, things like that. And let's go to the awesome shit. Is that where the character sheet is? There we go. Here it is. Just hammer. And then here's various character sheets. They got a rebirth character sheet, a deluxe character sheet. I don't know how useful a black character sheet with gold lettering would be, but whatever. So anyway, let's go to a character sheet and see what it looks like. Oops. Maybe zeroed in a little too much. Anyway, okay, so here's a character sheet. Let's see if we can fit it. Let's see now. That's not doing it. All right, all right. We're just gonna have to do it like this. Um, Something I've noticed in man, it's wow. Could we get a little bit of a different? Something I've noticed here in a meant in comparison to us stateside and European role playing games is that there's a propensity to have a lot of skills uh, related to the character concepts. So if you notice here, there it looks like there's 6 abilities in black with the black. I'm sure right now you can't read it, but you'll see that there are, I guess you could say, 6 attributes, and then unlisted underneath them are lots of skills. And then if I can go into here, you'll see under body, they have a lot of skills that are really broken out. I've seen games that had like 12 or more attributes with skills listed under every single one of them. So my only my state-sided mine only has a problem with the fact that when you have overlapping skills, are you creating too many options or creating too many barriers to do a thing? Like, hey, you don't have this, I don't know, stealth skill, but then you may have other skills that absolutely positively follow those exact same skill abilities. Could you reduce these down a little bit? But that's not necessarily the case, because I think they do a good job in having all the skills placed on the character sheet. I think the only difference is just navigating all the empty spaces, and that's a choice you have to make, right? Right here in the center of the character sheet, we've got your damn it. Sorry, you've got your ego, your spore infestations, flesh wounds, trauma. Got to have all that kind of stuff. You have your skills. Basically, it's a very easy dice pool system, and you grab as many dice in your skill and attribute, and you roll that many dice. These to the very left are ways to round out your character origins, like how much networking you have, your renown, your reputation, resources, what kind of secrets that are available that you have. And then, of course, you got to have a bunch of weapons. Handling dice, distance, damage. Everything is used with a D6. There's also a character creator. So don't think that you got to write all this stuff down and be like, oh, I don't know how to do it. They have you can automate this service here. There's other stuff. The most wanted. Again, lots of artwork, lots of NPCs. Everybody has their own goals, desires, motivations, things like that. Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's go back. We'll go to the cultures, and then I'll see what you guys have to say. Amazing, amazing. Come on. Beyond Fantasy. Hello there. Hi there. Beyond Fantasy says, this tabletop RPG's artwork looks amazing. Awesome find. It's been around a while. Again, I like to highlight what people do outside of this. I'm just on the website. I'm literally not showing you the books at all. I'm just on the website. Again, you can download the books for free. I'm sorry, the core books for free. I apologize. Drew says, I would say the setting is really strong in theme and mood they set into DEGENESIS, but the rules and character creation are still not my jam. I agree. I don't mind dice pool systems, and it is a bit of a violent game. And so I also think there's a balance between how fast you can make characters and explain the world and get a new player into it versus the investment in doing so. And if your investment is too high for a lethal game, it can kind of turn you off, right? Like if you can make a game on a 3x5 or like write it on the back of a napkin, you could blow through 3 characters per session and not care. But if it takes you 45 minutes to make a character and it's gone in like 7 minutes, yeah, it's kind of wild. But yeah. I do agree the art is outstanding. Getting some big White Wolf vibes off that character sheet seems straightforward enough. It is. And mind you, if you like handwrite it, you don't write down all the stuff you don't have. You just write down the stuff you do have. And they have over time have overhauled the rules. I agree. All right, so these are the cults, and as you can see, they're all high lit. They call them cults, but basically these where the people live after the fall of civilization. And there are major cults, and of course you get to pick them. And wherever you live, that's where you gain your skills and abilities and things like that. And then Africa. I actually high lit this game during my this has been years ago, but during the month of February here in the States is Black History Month. And then I took the opportunity to take that time to find games that really allow you to immerse and express yourself in a culture that is semi-Euro standard in Dungeons and Dragons, and I really did this game, even though that's not what it's about. It's about the Mediterranean, and I love it. We'll pick Franca as a cult. I mean, a culture. What are you doing there, kitty? And the Swarm. Chitin? Carapaces dance across the muddy ground, pushed by the wind, rustling and scratching. Above, a cloud of tumbling insect wings passes, caught by a gust, the autumn leaves of an insect-eaten Franca. And that pretty much envelops the whole area. There's like swarms of insects, there's disease, there's pollen, there are like storms of red rust. There are places, I don't know, overcome with like mud or volcanoes and all kinds of things. And then here we have the cults, and we'll go to the cults next. So we have the cultures. Also, your cult describes what your character is. So we're narrowing it down, and these are images from the cults and their icons. So the battalions you can very easily see is on the shoulder is this individual and what they do in the game. Let's see if I can do this very generally. I know I'm going to mess this up, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, we're live. The battalions are brutalistic healers. So if you can be saved, they will heal you. They're the close. What do I want to say? Paladin? It's hard to tell. Hard to say, but if you can be healed, they will heal you. If you can't be healed, they will eliminate the hell out of you. They are almost to a person bald and very antiseptic because of like the baldness. Like they scrub themselves clean, and they have a spore inside of a vial that will react to the DEGENESIS mutation that is around the country. And so that when the little spore thing, I don't know, it looks like a slug or something starts to activate, they can tell whether there's like clouds of this stuff coming along. Chroniclers are the builders, the historians of this world, delving for lost technologies, as well as making cartographers, things like that. The Helvetics are Brotherhood of Arms. They are they're closer to, they're like the warriors, they're defenders, they're bodyguards and whatnot. And we come down here, the judges, the hammer of justice. Instead of carrying swords, they carry hammers. They're like judge, jury, and executioners. They have their rules are law, and you break those rules, they will start breaking bones. And they are respected for bringing law and order to a world that is chaotic and ravaged. The clanners are very dispersed. They're kind of like every game seems to have a faction that's made up of all the other factions. They're like the dumping ground, and the clanners are like that. The clanners are nomads. They're the outsiders, and within the clanners, they're like smaller, isolated communities. The scrappers really bring delve for lost technology, bringing back old things, carrying around, buying, selling, and disseminating objects of value. The Neo-Libyans are a rich cult, and they are traders and negotiators, and buy, sell, and trade addictives and food and weapons and things of that nature. The Scourgers are Avengers of the Dark Continent. Yeah, they come from the Dark Continent, from what's left of Africa, and they are like juicers. They are zealots. They are the berserkers of this world. The Anubians are keepers of the prophecy. I guess they're the closest to mystics as you can get. Oracles, seducers, diviners, secret holders. There isn't magic in this world, but there is a bit of like a psionics and things like that. The Jehamedians, I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of these correctly, so forgive me on that. These are the religious zealots. The apocalyptics are hedonists. They are the ones who are like, listen, the world's already ended, so do what makes you happy. And if what makes you happy makes other people mad, so what? So yeah, they're the gamblers, they're the seducers, they are the drug addicts, they are the meditators, the Anabaptists, torchbearers, and wow, I'm talking about paladins from Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, maybe I'm completely off guard with that. I correct myself before you guys have to do it for me. These are the religious warriors, religious knights of this world. I think, is there one more? Yeah. And the palers, vault crawlers. They go down into the deep reaches to uncover locked away technologies, secrets, people that have been lost to this world. And then, of course, they're all hyperlinked. So if you want me to stop at any of them, I'd have no problem. Juicer Zealot, yeah. Where's Drew? You guys have two first. Juice says, no, cults are next. Cultures. You're at cultures. Yeah, I did. Beyond Fantasy. Sorry, going back over what you guys have said. Drew says, since I live in Germany, I had once run a game in Borca, which is the culture that is roughly where Germany was. I do a game again in the future. I probably will be more Mediterranean. Okay. We'll go visit Borca. You're quite all right there, Fantasy. You are quite all right. Thanks for stopping by the way. Jehamidians are basically Muslims, and the Anabaptists are somewhat of Christian fundamentalists, pretty much crusaders, not paladins. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for describing that for me, because I'm at a loss for getting an appropriate current day like person versus these other ones, right? It's a little hard for me. Scourgers. Let me click on one of these. Scrappers. Let's go with Scrappers and show you guys what's here, what's available. So Scrappers are a cult. Let's see if this can highlight a little bit more across the top. So we go from very broad to narrow. So we start with the universe, and moving right, we have our cultures. And the cultures are very regional. And then we go into cults, and the cults are far more of like the faction that moves around. Previous to the current iteration, at one point there were very strict rules about which cultures and which cults could be together, and people complained and said that shouldn't be possible. So now you can pick any culture and any cult to belong to and mix and match those, although some are more likely to be there than others, let's put it that way. Scrappers, the dirt diggers, in the places where they live. Yeah, drawn towards the ruins, away from the humming, raucous cities. Scrappers dig in the dust and dirt, and that's basically what they do. And then there's some iconic figures and the archetype that is for them. So if we click the archetype, here's some imagery, kind of cool. So, boom, boom, boom. Then we have. Let's go to our icons. Again, I'm showing off a lot of the artwork here. And these are the icons of the artwork. All these are hyperlinked, the individuals. And it gives you an idea. Because this was designed in-house by a design team, a design firm, if you will, and they're all role players, all of the artwork, it's not like they borrowed artwork from an artist and then massaged it to fit into the world. The very clothing they wear, the iconography that is used is in this world. So it's not like the artwork kind of sort of fits. No, the artwork has been designed to fit into this world. And so these individuals are in this world wearing that thing. Let's see if I can pull some features out. Okay. This individual's got a barcode on their forehead, and that barcode, this is in here, that barcode it looks like blood stains, but this barcode is the symbol of that cult, if that makes sense, so yeah. And of course all of these are hyperlinked, taking you to where they are. For example, you can click this icon here where it shows on the map, and it shows you where this individual for the most part resides and where you might meet them. And right here in the middle, it tells you what this character's cult is, what their rank is within that cult, when they were last seen, their base of operations, and of course the book that they're from. And right here, Catharsis is the book that it's from, and it's hyperlinked. It can take you right to the book. By the way, Catharsis is free. And then, of course, we have our icons. That this is 6 more vodkas. No. Is this the icon for that? Can't remember. But this character is a chronicler, and then a chronicler is a cult. The stream is the internet. The stream once extended over the world and touched every mind. It recorded and cataloged every moment, the pure, digital knowledge of mankind bundled in its evolutionary algorithms. Deep down at the bottom of this sea of data, something stirred. Humans sought it and found something that they didn't understand, but they could believe in. And so the chroniclers are a little religious, but also trying to, reestablish the interwebs, maybe even connecting back to lost satellites and things of that nature. So let's go to explore, and the explore icon. Explore tag, whatever. Do I have too many windows open? Let's close some of these up. It's taking a while. Yeah, 6 more vodkas. Oh man. Be right. I like that. The mistakes. I like that in fantasy. Be right backles. I need to get ready for workers. That's awesome. All right. Okay. It's taking too long. All right. We're going to get out of there. Let's go to downloads and go to the books. All right. So we want to we want to find out if there's anything available. So if you want to get into this game, we do have the books. Let's go to the core books. And here we have 720 pages of a full color eschaton. That's what they call the end of the world, the day when fire rained from the heavens, burning the land, scorching the people. The planet trembled, heaving in pain, like a feverish person in agony. And though earth endured, it was forever changed. And so you can buy the book, download for free, or donate to the company. If you want to buy the books, let's see. Oh, they're not available any longer. Wow. Let's see, download for free. In order to download free DEGENESIS books, please log in. Okay, I've got my version. And then continue on to cards, campaign book, assets, things like that. Yeah, they took away. You can't order the physical books. I guess you're gonna have to find them on eBay. Ooh, I don't know how much they cost. The Genesis books in print. Yeah, they took away the support. All right, let's go to awesome shit, and then we'll end on wallpapers, or maybe even do it yourself. Harm's Way characters, character sheets, deluxe character sheets. Let's see if the deluxe character sheet will show up. Yeah, that's that color. I mean, it looks amazing, but I just can't imagine writing on this. You would need one of those. I think you would need one of those colored markers, like silver, gold, bronze. If you want to make changes, that'd be pretty difficult. Although you could just put it under some laminate and write on top of the laminate. I think get yourself a white eraser and a soft cloth. But yeah, and it is very much like World of Darkness in the sense of like you've got dots, count up your dots and roll the dice. Easy. Scars. Let's see, we've got backgrounds to the left, potentials in the middle, scars to the right, your group name, alignment, constellation, scars, value, infamy. Going down to the bottom of the page of the character sheet, right in the center, under conditions, got ego, spore infestations, flesh wounds, trauma. Of course, to the right, we've got complications. You write down. We've seen complications in games that are more than just pass-fail, especially when you've got a dice pool system and then some modifiers. And then we do have the back of the character sheet for this one, but shrink it back down. Let's get out of here. And I said, let's see if I can wallpapers. There we go. Yeah, if you ever want players to pick an image for what this game looks like, or to get them involved in it, you definitely need to come over here. So yeah, you can pick all these wallpapers, put them up on your computer or your pad or laptop or something like that. These are cool. There's this battalion. Did it twitch? There's this battalion. What would you call that? Organism that oh, it's not. Is it not showing up? Oh, there it is. Okay. Average eBay. Okay, here we go. The average eBay is $100 to $200 for various books. American. Yep. 35 to 50 for art books. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. Perhaps they are on drive-through. But I prefer it. I don't believe they are on drive-through, and I think that was one of the limitations. I think they wanted to keep this in house. I'll look for it. Let's see. Let's see if it's possible or somewhere. No, it's not letting me go there. AI overview. You can find various DEGENESIS related products, including the core rulebook and supplements on DriveThruRPG, including the DEGENESIS Rebirth core rulebook and fan-made content like Pananoia in Flames. Okay, let's come on. Take me to DriveThru. Huh. Okay. There's some. The DEGENESIS Out Atlas. DEGENESIS English. Come on. All titles. I want to see all titles. It's not taking me there. Dead links. Yeah, we got the Atlas, but I want the basic books. French. Cool. I'm not fine. It's not coming up quickly. It's not. Sorry, not coming up. I know they took away support of it, but I don't know about it. DJ is the skill-based system, one that always lands a crit with its reviews. You're right. The opposite. Crit fumbles. Watermark PDF is all I'm finding on DriveThru for the core books. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I am horrible at this kind of stuff. All right. Let's go to the do-it-yourself section. Something I think that is undersold is that a lot of these creators that give away, they're far more valuable for the community than we give them credit for. And big business doesn't understand that tabletop role-playing creators that give away materials become valuable to us. We feel like they are value added for the community. And so it feels like a wrong thing to give away something for free, but we are also loyal to those individuals. And so you will get people support them so that they continue doing the great things that we have. So this is the do-it-yourself section. Downloadable map packs, information, design things, character sheets, all that kind of stuff. Logos, fonts, textures, grunge pack. Yeah, they actually give away all this stuff for your use so that you could make up your own things. Yeah. If I click the maps, did I just download the maps? I sure did. Let's see. 12 minutes, 10 minutes. They're probably high res. Wow. So I won't be online long enough to open it up because I have to unzip them and it's taking a little while. So let's go to the roadmap. And I believe this is their this roadmap are their 6 more vodkas way of letting people know what's coming up and what has been released. And so these are like adventures and zines and things like that for the game. So if you're really into this world and want to follow the meta storyline in it, it's absolutely amazing. And lastly, let's see if I can open a book here. Map packs. Where's the books at? Let's see if I can find the books. Genesis. Logo types, character sheet. That's not what I want. I want the books. Oh well. All right. Sorry. I was seeing if I still had them on a computer, and for some reason I searched for them and it's not coming in. Odd. Very odd. So, guys, thank you very much for being part of the show. Thank you very much for letting me show this off. Beyond Fantasy says I'll look for that on another website. To me, it's a better version of Drive-Thru, in my own opinion. They support more content, both soft and hardcover, and PDF, as well as accessories of the games they sell. Yeah, and this has always been in home for the creators of this game. So, excuse me, when you go to their website, it's both good and bad because there's a little bit of siloing going on. So if you're a supporter of DEGENESIS, you're going to find everything on their website, everything related to this game, this Primal Punk game. But the problem is, and that's good because the fans of the game get everything from the creators, and they get that the creators themselves can control the quality and quantity of materials that are out there. One of the problems, though, is that the only people on their website are their fans. And that sounds like a good thing, but if you've never heard of the game, or you're not part of the community and you're just an outsider, then how do you become a fan? And so I'm sure they were hoping that the fans would slowly and surely bring people into this game. But something happens when you become a super fan, and that in our tabletop community, that drives away newbies, because you get this, oh, you wouldn't understand if you weren't part of it. You're not the cool kid, or you don't get it. Or there's a little bit of this like narcissistic pride that comes along, where we tend to there's a download happening, and I gotta stop it. I'll stop the download. Let's pause it here. It's clogging up the system. So, and sometimes, and this isn't just with DEGENESIS, this is with anything, that, what ends up happening is players want to get involved, like the newbies are like, oh, I want to hear about it. And then unfortunately, you get this like, this idea where someone has to show off their knowledge and like browbeat the newbie with everything that they know, and that you aren't a real fan unless you read these 500 pages, and then after you read that, you've got to know exactly where what's on page 361, paragraph 4, and whatnot. And newbies are just like get turned off by that real quick. I've been turned off by the Lord of the Rings nerds, and the Star Wars nerds, and the Marvel superheroes nerds, and the Dragon Ball Z nerds, where it's just like, dude, just like this, it's not a good thing to beat me over the head with your knowledge arrogance and whatnot. This is of course the timeline of all the things that have happened from the 2010s all the way to the 25th century, 26th century, and so there is like I said, there is a growing at least there was a growing meta storyline happening, and when these things would happen, and the players, of course, adventuring in this world, if you wanted to understand what would be happening in a region of the world that the players are not in, you could follow the meta storyline. And it shows about different cults relocating and being destroyed. And of course, you can filter this out by the different cultures and icons and cults. Yeah, I'm starting out real slow here. All right. Ooh, no. Oh well. We need a formula for introducing new peoples. I suggest let them an intro game. Yeah, and that's actually a bit of a problem in the tabletop community. That's why we see things like boxed sets or truncated rules or playing in stores and things like that, like an adventurers league kind of thing. You really need new blood, and newbies without having any knowledge of your game are going to look at it differently than the people who have been there from the very beginning. And unfortunately, that's a good thing, but unfortunately it can drive the old guard a little crazy, because the old guard has a way of doing things and in their childhood, and sometimes they're just like, you're ruining my childhood for changing things around. Primal punk's one of my favorite genres. Awesome. Name of Spooks, those are good genres. I've never been a true fan of anything, really. Okay. Yeah, because, well, and I don't want to give a negative connotation to a person being a fan, but we know what toxic fandom looks like. We've seen people giving death threats to actors and actresses. We've seen people want to commit violence and things like that. And it's unfortunate. Maybe I should ask them if I can make a DEGENESIS version using my Heartbleed system. Why the hell not? I mean, the worst answer you'll ever get is no when asking people something, and usually it's a no with asterisks, right? No, not right now. No, unless it's written better. No, we don't have anybody on staff to help you. No, it's not exactly the timing is off, or no, I'm not interested right now, but contact me later. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and siloing is a problem in the tabletop community. So silo, like a grain silo, where you get funneled into a particular thing and you can't get back out again. So game worlds like Dark Sun or Planescape or Spelljammer were silos back in the day, because all the fans of polymaths are cool. I'm a polygamist. I like to dabble in all the new games and all the old ones too. And what's unfortunate is, let's say they make Planescape, and all the people who love Planescape are like, yeah, fists in the air, sweet, right? And they make maps for it and adventures and all this kind of stuff. But everybody who's not interested in it won't buy the new releases. So whether they print 5 or 10 or 15 new books for Planescape, it doesn't matter to the person that didn't like the first book. They're probably not going to get into the 12th book, right? So you are, by creating more for the fans, you are eliminating potential newbies. Now, that's not necessarily true, because like myself, I can go back to a game. I don't care how deep it is. I can go back into that game. But like comic books and novels are kind of in that category, where what's the gentleman? Brandon Sanderson is in that situation now, right? Like, yeah, it's like let me put the chat up here for. Come on, chatty chat overlay. What ends up happening is the fans, the super fans, will follow along, and if you're new to Brando Sando, and you're like, oh, Cosmere tabletop RPG. By the way, I'm talking about myself, right? And it's like, oh, I've never read any of the books. I'd like to find out about this. And then you get online and it's like, oh, shit, there's a lot of super fans out there. I did not know it was that deep. It ran that deep. Luckily, I can listen to podcasts and things pretty much all day long. so I can get myself attuned to the wavelengths of the players and the people that are interested in the books. But yeah, it's, when you're 7 books deep in as a novelist and someone's like, hey, I'd like to read the first book, and then everybody's. By the way, looking at Brutus, I looked up what the name has to do with Ohio after you mentioned last time. Learned something about Ohio. Oh, cool. Yeah. But Brutus is a mascot for the Ohio State University. And yes, it is pronounced the Ohio State University. There's a plaque in the center of the college that it doesn't say verbatim, it says the Ohio State University. And so there are people who wear t-shirts and baseball caps that just says "the" across the front, which is pretty funny. It's like, where did that happen? But it's a thing. It's a thing. I live in a very large college town, and so yeah, college and university town, basically university, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, you gonna purr and say goodbye to them? Oh, he's okay. He's cool. He's Yeah, his sister's knocked out, so he's ready to be knocked out too. So guys, have a great one. Thank you very much for letting me show off this wild, cool, crazy, amazing tabletop role-playing game that it's causing a drain on my computer system, oddly enough. Yeah, I gotta shut it down. Oh well. Let's exit out of here. Ooh, where did I go? What the heck? Hey, later, folks. Guys, have a great one. Thank you very much for being part of the show, by the way. Also, I will hold off for Drew's sake about a Thirsty Sword Lesbians, an actually excellent game that I think deserves the awards that it got. And say goodbye. Say goodbye to Brutus, who is ready to pass out in the arms. Yeah, he's Beyond Fantasy says DBJ is like a coach. He gets them hyped about gaming and wants to see them succeed without being a jerk. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm a glass half full kind of person. It doesn't bother me that other people are happy about the things that they do. I have a high level of compersion. Other people happy make me happy. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Later, taters. Hey, in a while, crocodile. Guys, have a great one. I'll see you later. Bye. Tranquility, peace, and I'm out. Yeah, I am. It's difficult to fake it. So I am. I think you can tell from my personality that I'm on a personal note, I'm a bit of an odd one out. So yeah. Yeah. I wish I was born in a different era, I guess, would probably be the thing. I think if given the chance, I probably would have cultivated a polyamorous relationship a lot longer than the 10 years I was in one. I don't know. A different time, different place. Just an interesting thing. Yeah. But most people are not like myself. Yeah. See ya, coach. Oh man. I feel like the coach for the stateside Cheez-It commercials. You're like, we're the cheesiest, coach. Oh, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Guys, get out of here. I'll see you later. Bye.